Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday night with me and my friends. This is the Cool Crone Oracle, and tonight we're going to be taking personal questions in the chat from everybody who is listening and watching us. Yeah, I heard some little mice scrambling across the screen there. Yeah. Thank you for joining us, and I'm going to let everybody say hello as we go around the circle, and then we'll get into your questions. Val, how are you? Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, I can't wait. Everybody is so, thank you for being in the chat. I love everybody talking to each other. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. I feel the energy. Don't you feel the energy? We're going to yeah. So Cleo, how are you?
I'm good. I don't know what I'm doing next week because I haven't set up my schedule thing, my calendar. I suppose I've got some shows on Thursday and Friday. I think Golden Girls on Thursday and probably a polyterology on Friday, but nothing on Monday or Tuesday because or Monday especially because we're doing we're on a summer schedule. So instead of having caffeinated and unfiltered or Mystic 4, we're only doing that once a month and through September, I think. And so I know I'll probably be doing some of my own stuff, but I haven't figured all that out yet. And I'm, and there's no streaming anymore. So this is just going to Colleen's channel, and we're just discussing this. And I would like to say one little thing about, I know that some people have been experiencing some abuse from these. Some psychics have been experiencing some abuse because we said that Joe Biden was going to be the next president, and that all has changed. And I just think it's really, this whole thing, the way it came about and stuff. I mean, I got that really what would happen with Joe Biden was divine intervention, and he had said that he wouldn't step down unless the Lord told him to. And that's what happened. The Lord told him to. And there was no way that we could know that. And it all came about in an instant, really. He had no inclination of stepping down until he did. So I just want people to know that we do know what we're talking about, and that there was a bunch of other things that came up. But just like readings today, it's all about the energy, and that energy can change really, really fast. So what we tell you today, whoops, hold on here. What I'm saying is I have the right, that's not how I want it. I reserve the right to be wrong. So if I say something that didn't work out, it's not because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you what I am getting at this moment in time. It may be wrong. The thing with Biden, it's not really wrong. I mean, because it depends on how you ask the question. If I said, is Joe Biden going to win? I get a yes. I get a yes right now because everything he's done has been winning. But that's, you have to be really specific, and you have to understand the energy that's coming through at that point in time. One thing I will say, I'm really glad it has worked out this way. Kamala Harris is going to make a great president. I've been told that a number of times. This thing is going so much better than I ever imagined. I mean, she is just really, it's done night and day listening to her talk versus listening to Trump talk. I mean, she's talking that makes sense. She is definitely going to get it. And it's going to be a Democratic Senate and Democratic House. So all the other things that we've been talking about, except for the fact that Biden's not running, stays the same. It's going to be really good. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that, and especially the reserving the right to be wrong. I don't want to piss people off, and if they get, if I respond to something and it didn't go that way, I reserve the right to be wrong.
Oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad you said that, Cleo. And before we go on to Marina and Gerald, I just want to bring up this comment from Book Bewitched. I only found Colleen's notification. Is it my glitch, or we are no longer simulcasting because YouTube has made it impossible for us to continue on our channels when we simulcast? So I think that's probably enough said for right now. You don't need to get into the whole deep in the woods thing, but it's our solution. And then Book Bewitched followed up with another beautiful comment. No screaming anymore, or streaming? LOL. Yes, Book Bewitched. No screaming anymore. Okay. All right. So, all right. So, Marina, how are you? It's nice to see you. I feel like it's been weeks.
I know. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I was looking forward to the show, and I always look forward to our get-togethers and how we do things. It's always really, high vibing, and I appreciate that very much. So what's happening later on tonight, I'll be on with Val and Allie for Story in the Cards. Nice. And that's going to be on Val's channel. So if you'd like to join us, join on Val's channel, because yes, I won't be, or we won't be multi-streaming anymore. And really, when you think about it, this is the way we used to do things before.
That's right.
So we're just going back to what we did before,
Yeah, so, remember when we first started this, a lot of people were kind of kicking and screaming and like, what? I don't know how to do it. So we got used to doing it, but really, I don't know about you guys, but when I would have people on who had like mega subscribers, right? I used to, before the multi-streaming, I would have them on and then my subscriptions would go up. After simulcast, not so much. So hopefully it'll go back to where you get a big bump when you have somebody big on. So hopefully.
Exactly. And that it's not, plus you get to, now you get to see everybody who's in Colleen's chat. Everybody is on Colleen's channel. You get to see everyone's comments. Where before, if you were on my channel, you only saw the comments in my channel. Or if you were on Val's, you only saw the comments in Val's. So, this is just going back to the way it used to be. So it's nothing huge. So yeah, for all of us, just make sure that your notifications are turned on, and you'll be notified when we're going live and what we're doing and where we are. I'm not having any classes this Sunday. I'll actually be going to the Tsuchina Nation powwow on Sunday. So looking forward to that.
Nice.
Fun.
Yeah. And next week, if you want to know what I'm up to next week, check out my, go to the community tab. I usually post up there that, here's my schedule for the week. This is who I'm hosting. This is where I'm a guest, and have all the links and whatnot. So, yes.
Great.
Yeah.
You're so together with that. I still haven't figured out how to do that. So anyway. Yeah. Great. Thank you, Marina. And Gerald, how are you, my friend?
I am well. I'm Tarot Stash. And yes, like and subscribe to my channel. Check my community tab, because I let people know what's coming up. And so do that. Sunday, Colleen and I are doing a nice chat about llamas. So we've got some Wheel of the Year witchy content there. And looking forward to that. And I've got some great, look at that.
Am I pointing to the right one?
Yep. So
llamas, otherwise known as lunasa.
Yep. It's the first harvest celebration. So join us for that. And I've got some great shows lined up for the rest of the week, or for next week. I'm looking forward to that. And working on teaching a tarot class, working on the details for that. So pay attention and you will find out about that. So there you go.
And what time is the show with you and Colleen on Sunday?
It is at noon Eastern time. I got Colleen at a week moment, and she said yes to noon.
Nice.
We'll see. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
And thank you, all of you who have joined us in the chat. It's lovely to see you here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll always enjoy seeing a lot of the folks who will follow us, and you're our best supporters. You really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Okay, so we're going to take some questions from the chat. Hopefully we will get through them all during this show. And please don't hesitate to give us some questions. I'm just going to take another peek before we get started here.
Did I miss the focus of the questions? Because I was I was the one in the background who had a window open that was playing the Cool Crone. So that was me in the background because I was so excited. I had it open and to browsing. So that was me. That was me.
You're so loyal.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's very, very nice. No, I think we I think you got all of them. I'm just double checking. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's go to the starred comments and let's see what we have. So Star Midnight asks us, what is the best option for me, to buy a house or a townhouse?
Now I invited Star Midnight to this show, and I'd like to answer this question. And if anybody wants to jump in and add to it, I would appreciate it. So, Star Midnight, what is the best option for me, to buy a house or a townhouse? I immediately felt like a house was the best option, but of course it's entirely up to you, depending on, how you want your privacy. A townhouse is a little less private, but a lot less work to take care of. There's probably no yard or anything. I'm still leaning towards a house. But I think you're going to find both things. I think you're going to find the house and the townhouse that you like both of them a lot. So just take into consideration the upkeep of a house versus the upkeep of a townhouse, the location of where you want to be at, and for both of them, how well they're built. Be sure to get a good what's that called, inspection.
Yes.
Where you find out how well it's built. But I see finding a really nice house that you're just like, God, I really want that one. But then you turn around and here's this townhouse and you're like, you have a lot of options, and stuff is going to come to you that but I feel like you're going to go for the house, even though it's more upkeep and stuff. I think you'll like that. I don't know if you're a yard kind of person or a gardening kind of person, but that would be a lot of fun. On the other hand, if you're more not into that, you might go for the townhouse, but you just have a lot more flexibility in a house.
Yeah, I just had a little bit to add to that, because I really agree with it. In that house, this is the card I got for the house. You've got that great garden that you have to maintain, but you enjoy it. You really have contentment with all of that beautiful greenery, and you can go in your yard and enjoy that. With a townhouse, you get to rest. There's relaxation because you're not out doing maintenance on the yard. But so you have to weigh what is more important to you, getting out in nature and utilizing your backyard in that beautiful setting, because both appear to be do quite well for you. So it's up to you and what you want to do in your off time. Does a garden really like this contentment of being out in that garden? Does that suit you? And you notice there's a butterfly, so that's like this beautiful radiant energy with birds and cats and everything that you might not have in a townhouse. So,
Yeah, and you might be thinking about the money too. It's definitely going to cost more to be in a house.
yeah.
But boy, I think he'd really like that. I mean, there's a lot of freedom that comes along with that, plus the, getting outside and doing things. So I hope that answers at least part of your question.
Yeah, I got house. As soon as I read it, I got house. And when I pulled the card, I got the moon, which means use your intuition, follow your intuition where it leads to. There's benefits to both, and there's drawbacks to both. And personally, one of the things that I don't like about townhouses is that I have no control over who lives on either side of me. They could be fantastic, wonderful neighbors that you get along with. They could also turn out to be absolute nightmare. And if you're in a position where that happens, you may not be able to kind of walk away from it easily. So that personally, that's what I would think about the townhouse. But yeah, follow your intuition. There's one of them is going to speak to you, and that's the one you should go with.
Okay, Gerald, do you have anything?
I got townhouse, which was stronger for me. It was townhouse. More of a no, definitely a no for the house, but the townhouse has got some more options available to you, some more flexibility, so you can do some other things and you can go with the flow. Because if you're in a townhouse, you may not have to shovel the sidewalk. You may not be needing to do certain things. So, but
right. And I did not read for Star Midnight. I went on to the next person, but I should have said up at the beginning, well, if you're feeling drawn, readers, to read for someone, we'll take 2 or 3, or or all of you if you all have really something to say. But we don't all need to read absolutely on every question, because I think after like 2 consensus readings, we kind of get where it's going, and the person has their answer. Okay, so I'm going to go on to Star Midnight. I hope that was sufficient for you, and thank you for your question, and thank you to all the readers for supplying such great answers. And Julie Moon says, I feel as if I'm receiving a review of my life for the last few weeks. I feel like I should say weeks, with all the question marks there. So some of you guys probably already have an idea of what you want to say to Julie. I'm pulling a few cards on her.
Well, it's the energy. This energy, both political and in general. I totally can relate to what you're saying. And I don't really know why this is coming up now, but it is a strange energy. And I just, for what I'm getting is that we're, the country is in such a transition, and that it does affect you personally. You're part of the country, and everything that's going on with politics is affecting people. But just in general, I say just definitely go with it. Just spend some time pondering or meditating on this idea of the review of your life. That's huge, and it just might give you some ideas about some other things that you want to do in this life, or ways that you want to get from point A to point B. And I don't know if it's coming up right now because it's summertime, or because of the weirdness in the world, or what, but it is a great time to go ahead and really like you said, review of your life. That's very cool. I would just really look at that and spend some time meditating on it. I think in the end it comes out a really positive experience for you.
Okay. All right. So I pulled a few cards here, and what I'm getting is that you're facing a lot of truths. A lot of things are coming up from your subconscious, maybe from past experiences, and possibly even from past traumas. But I think more that it's just experiences that you have left unresolved for whatever reason, and you feel in a little defensive about this, that they are unresolved. It's probably not your fault, but like most people, we just feel defensive when when something comes up that's so-called wrong with us, right? It's not necessarily wrong. It's just something that is about you. But the Ace of Cups comes up for you. So there's a nice new relationship that is possible out there. But I think with what's happening to you emotionally, you're going to put up a big wall to that
Yes.
relationship. Or if you go into the relationship, you're going to see to it that it fails pretty quickly, because and so that's why you're going through this big review, because there are some things that you need to look at. And you know, we it's not necessarily some big karmic thing that you did wrong either. Get that out of your head. It's just an experience that is affecting you emotionally. Now, you can certainly cure yourself or heal yourself through this, but it may require you to really do some homework, do some digging, do some shadow work, do some, you know, some uh, contemplation, some crying, just really getting down to your soul. And then if you can do that, it's really good. There's a lot of riches to be pulled out of your soul if you can do that. And also, I think then it probably won't even matter to you whether you have this relationship or not, because there's a lesson here for you that's why you're doing the life review. There's a lesson here for you to pull out of these, not just recent experiences, but older experiences that you really need to look at. And once you do, then I think you will be so much more appreciative of your personality, of your soul, of the experiences that you've had in your life. You'll just love yourself so much more. So if you've been trying to do that exercise of, oh, I have to love myself, I have to have higher self-esteem or whatever, well, why don't you have that already? Because these things are niggling at you and they've been hidden in the shadows and they need to be brought out. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot, you guys.
No, it's good.
I also pulled a card from the what the hell is this thing? Divine Animals Oracle, and the card that I pulled for you is the lynx. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to read just a couple little bits of it. It's the lynx represents secrets. Your word is your bond. Do not gossip or entertain gossip, as all may not be as it seems. Be shrewd about who you share your confidential information with. A little mystery can be a good thing, but keeping secrets that are detrimental to others may not be. There is some news worth sharing, but be discerning. And I'm trying to see where it really tells you what this all means. Okay, I think it's more here. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. You could certainly look up. I know that I think it's Richard Webster has a wonderful book on animals and dreams and symbology with animals that are your like totem animals. So you could look up what the lynx means, and not, you know, all over the internet, they're going to have 51 different things about it, but go for him. Webster is his last name. And he's a well-published author about a lot of different metaphysical things. So best of luck to you, Julie. And I would say that the universe is giving you a huge gift with this life review. And try to remember as much as you can. Try to write down as much as you can the things that pop up and are important, because every one of them is just a little gem that you can explore as far as clearing out these shadow things and moving on to having a much better relationship with yourself. Okay, that's what I have.
Great. Wow.
Okay. Sorry, I just
No, that's great.
had to
Wonderful.
say that. Okay, so is anybody else? Are we moving on, or what are we doing?
moving on.
Okay. So let's go to Joyful Journey. Is my new coach a good match for me trying to deal with trauma? All
So
right.
I did a quick little read on that, and I noticed that Joyful Journey, you may be having preconceived ideas of what you're going to get out of this, and they're maybe not grounded in reality of what is actually going to transpire for you to get over your trauma. But this person is very traditional in how they come forward with their skills, but you have to adapt to their style and realize that it will draw you out whatever needs to come out, and trust them. Here they are on their mission to help you. And wands, Knight of Wands, that's pretty good. And here you are working well together as a good partnership. So having said it another way, you don't have to do this alone. Just let it come forth. Go on an adventure. Think of it as you're going to follow everything they say and do, ask you to do, and it's, even though your logical mind go, oh, this doesn't make sense or whatever, do it, because it will unfold and you will find yourself in a whole different kind of space. So that's looking good for you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
That's wonderful. I can absolutely go along with that. I got the 9 of Cups, which is, wish fulfilled, getting what you need, and followed up by the King of Cups. This is a talented, helpful man. So yes, if in what the cards are saying is yes, if whatever might have happened in the past, keep it in the past. It's a new relationship, a new working whatever. Yeah, leave the past in the past. Give this guy a fair chance. I think he's going to do right by you.
Very
So
good.
I also have with that, I think a key thing is to make sure that you are ready to do the work, because this and so be honest with yourself with that, Jen, because if you're not honest with yourself and you're not asking the right questions or being honest with yourself and your coach, there could be a bit of a struggle. But I think it's going to require a lot of action and a lot of work on your part, which, I have an Ace of Pentacles and a King of Cups. So Ace of Pentacles or Ace of, that's always a good start to something. And a King of Cups is, some emotional maturity. There's going to be a lot of hard work with this. So just stay honest with yourself and be willing to see things differently.
Great. Okay. So let's move along to LightSeeker. Okay, well, I threw some cards for LightSeeker, and what I want to say first off is that your daughter still needs some time. She still needs to pull back, and I don't know if she's, I don't know how old she is, so it's really hard to tell what's going on there. But for some reason, she needs to not be in contact with you right now. However, she is thinking about what she's missing in the relationship with you. She does realize that she doesn't want to have it this way between the two of you forever. She's softening. She's coming towards you emotionally or energetically, but she still hasn't quite made up her mind to do it. The past is pulling at her. I don't know if she's married or if her partner would resonate with the King of Pentacles kind of person. But kings very often represent a level where people are getting ready to let go, to go on to the next level. It's not just a person, a yang person. It can also just be you ready to kind of launch into the next phase. And that's what she will do when she comes back. So please be patient. Don't press her quite yet. Give her some more time. That's what I have.
You know, I got the exact same thing. You need
Oh.
to you
Right.
need to detach from her and let her do her own thing, and just be a really good listener when she finally does come around. And she may not come around instantly and say, let's, clear all this up, but she's going through her own things that she needs to do on her own. She needs to be whatever it is. She needs to be allowed to be responsible for whatever she's going through, whatever she's feeling, and just be there for her, to be the good listener, and don't. I shouldn't say don't, but to give her the option to speak it out and work it out in her own head, so that she can finally say, you know what, I don't want to be estranged. I don't want to be arguing with you or not getting along. So, and I don't think you're going to have any problem doing that. I think that, that you can see that too, but you might have been a little bit too close to it, a little bit too concerned, that you'd like her to be more in contact with you better. But don't worry about it. She will come back around, but when she does, she needs somebody just to listen, not to give a bunch of advice, but just let her spew it out, let her work it out on her own. There you go.
Anyone else?
I don't have anything.
Okay. All right. So let's moving right along. We're going to do L and R. Would it be in my highest good to work for B, initial of company, or co-mani? Are you muted, Marina?
I am. Thank you. Yes, I get the Queen of Pentacles for you. So I think that, yeah, this probably would be a good move. It feels like you, it's not only rewarding work, but it's also satisfying. And more than anything else, there's perks with the company that you will find are beneficial in the long run. So short answer, yes.
I also have a short answer of yes, with many opportunities, some fairness about it, and perhaps a little bit of travel and advancement for you. So that's what I have for you, Eleanor.
Okay. Are we good? All right. So now we're going to do our very own Shari question. Any messages from my late husband? Turtle nickname. This Wednesday would have been our 41st anniversary. And
it's only our anniversary.
And I pulled cards, but I'm a little verklempt after I pulled them. So if somebody else could go and I can gather myself, then I'll go.
Yes.
I can go. Shari, he loves what you're doing. He says, open up even more to your spiritual gifts. This is something that he's watching, and he's so impressed, and he's excited for you. He knows it runs in your family. And he also wants you to know, see that package of joy? You will manifest what you need. This is something he absolutely wants you to embrace in your life at all times, constantly. You will manifest what you need. And finally, this is very important. This is a message that he really wants to give you. Don't give up on love.
Aww.
He's passing this on now because he knows you can be lonely. And he doesn't want you to be lonely. So Matt, he's giving you a huge hug at the same time. This is what you notice, how these two dolphins, beautiful dolphin energy, they are telepathically communicating and connected. And that's how he feels with you. So on the highest soul level, this is his message to you. And he adores you. Happy anniversary.
And don't forget yes, happy anniversary. He may be on the other side, but he's, there's a very thin veil that separates, us here from them there. It's still your anniversary. It will always be your anniversary. So celebrate it.
Yeah, and Shari, this guy, he's just your late husband's putting out so much love. And he does. He wants you to be happy and stuff, but also he's just so impressed by the way you do everything. The way you do this stuff on YouTube, the way you do your job, the way you're taking care of your son. He is just so proud of you. But he's got this little humble side. It's almost like he wasn't sure if it was okay to come forward, but then he was so happy that you asked the question. So you guys must have had a very cool relationship, because he is really, he is just supporting you 1000% and sends all his love to you.
The one thing that I was getting clearly is pay really close attention to music over the next 2 weeks. There's going to be little gems of messages through music from him. So yeah.
Okay, none of that helped me get my shit together. So I'm just gonna hold the cards up because I'll just start bawling. Can you read that? Ascension. Further up is further in. And then, beloved, love never ends.
Oh.
And it only gets worse. Mary Magdalene, love only ever expands.
Oh, wow.
Full body chills here.
Yeah, that was just
Okay,
like,
I'm sorry. So
yeah,
No.
that's pretty profound.
could you do the next question?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So thank you, Shari. And Dawn in Aquarius, may I ask when my son Matthew will find employment? Thank you. So
Shari says, okay, now I'm crying
now
for
I'm
real.
crying for real. Y'all slay me. Of course we slay you,
We do.
Yes.
We're the real psychics of YouTube,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So who would like to read for Dawn in Aquarius about when my son Matthew will find employment?
Well, I'll read, but I have to shuffle first. So,
Of course.
oh boy, well, the job that he's going to find is going to be really good for him. It's going to lead to a lot of money. So happy days for that.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be a place where like he can learn and move up and maybe even apprentice to somebody and just keep going and going and going, like it turns into a series of 10 jobs because it's promotion, promotion, promotion. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay. Whoops. Let's see what we got here. All right. So, oof. King of Pentacles. So that's good. You're going to find something big. That might be the person who hires him and teaches him a lot of stuff. And he's going to have a hell of a time as he's looking. He's got the 9 of Swords. So he's going to have to, what I would suggest is what's coming to me is have several versions of his resume, one for this occasion, one for that occasion, one for this occasion, and talk to everybody you know. Don't be too proud to use personal contacts to get your job. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, I would strongly, encourage him to do that. Yeah, this is going to be able to give him a strong foundation for probably quite a few years. Yeah. And he's, once he gets the swing of it, he's just, look at this. This is Dancer is just perfectly balanced, like on one toe, right? So as he gets going in this, it's just going to balance him out. He's just going to feel really strong but graceful, so agile in his job, able to handle shifting energies and different situations. He's really going to love this job. He's just going to, he's got to be really ready for the journey of finding it, but he will find it and it'll be really good. That's
Well,
what
I need to go soon after that, because Colleen, I pulled 5 cards, and a whole bunch of them are pentacles.
Yeah.
Because, things needing to balance things while he's looking, not getting too overwhelmed, but that's also at least two versions of the resume. I also got the King of Pentacles, which Colleen got.
Yep.
Somebody is going to connect him to some other places. I got the Ace of Pentacles. So
nice.
This is a great job. It's strong. It's solid. Then I got the Sun. So it's really great and successful. 3 of Cups. There's a lot. I mean, there's going to be some camaraderie there. There's going to be some wonderful friendships that are going to be developed. And then the last card I got was the 10 of Pentacles. So if for a job reading, I mean, you got the Ace, you got the King, and you got the 10.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Yay, Dawn. Yay. Okay. Who can top that? No, I'm kidding.
No.
I dare you.
Yes.
Okay. So now we move on to artist Liz. May I have a reading on my health? I've been so sick for so long with serious issues. Just got some more bad news from a test I just had. Do you see if my health will improve? A lot. Thank you.
Okay. Liz, is it going to improve a lot? Maybe not. And I say this with caution. I got the 10 of Swords. It can improve if you are able to change the outlook on how you're seeing things with the Hangman. If you are kind of staying in that energy of waiting for the next shoe to drop, that's what's going to continue to happen. The universe is going to continue to confirm for you that, oh yeah, here's some more challenge for you. I get also the King of Wands. This is clarity coming in. This is looking at your situation and saying, okay, all right, this isn't perfect. Maybe I'm not going to enjoy the health that I had in my 20s, but I'm getting older, and there's, sometimes health challenges just come up to help us slow down, to help us review things, to help us make, life changes. And I think if you change your perspective about the some of the things that you're facing, it might help. And I know it sounds like such a platitude, because I understand that you've been sick for a long time. This is something that's ongoing, and it's like, oh geez, here we go again. But stay positive as much as you can, and I think that there might be an alternate solution to the latest news that you got. I think that there's something positive can come out of it. Yeah.
And artist Liz, I got, if you can just be patient, get through this bad news from that test, and do whatever the doctors tell you to do, which I'm sure that's what you're doing anyway. But if you could just be a little bit patient. I also got the Celebrate card. So something very good is happening with your health situation, that there may be one kind of bad news or something from that test, but in time and with patience and doing what you're supposed to do, and don't worry, don't get so consumed in the process, you're going to be one of those things like, whew, oh wow, boy, that worked out a lot better than I thought. And that's where I get the celebrate card. So that's what I got.
You're welcome, Liz.
And I just wanted to add, sometimes that 10 of Swords is a really scary looking card. I mean, I've shown you guys the one out of my cosmic deck that is just bright. However, the 10 of Swords represents 10 pointy things. That sounds to me a lot like medical tests.
Yep.
Now,
Yes.
there could be injections, there could be
Yes.
drawing blood, there could be just a lot of tests that have to go on. You said that you've had some very serious issues, so maybe they're going to do more tests to really pinpoint. Maybe they have an idea that it's something different or a couple of different things or whatever. So that 10 of Swords doesn't necessarily mean that it's debilitating to you.
Yeah.
Mean that they are doing, and it's swords, it's communication, it's information, it's research. So this could be the doctors just really digging in and looking for other things too.
It could also be acupuncture.
Yes, it could
Yes.
be acupuncture. It could just be vaccination. I mean, it could be anything that's poking.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's, like I said, it's not necessarily debilitating.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had to say that because I always think of those alternative
Well, I'm
things.
glad you said that. Debilitating rings true to me on this question, that if it has been feeling like that, it's going to get better with time. And just, I don't, maybe there's some new medication coming into this, or some different way or maybe they find something that they didn't realize was there that really changes things for you in a positive way. You know, Liz, I feel like you're going to get better. I don't know. I would not say a cure, but I would say a treatment that really helps. And, you know, because through all this, I still get the celebrate card, and that's for me a real positive thing. So, you know, good luck, and don't worry. I think things are going to work out. Just be patient.
Yeah, and the medical community is on the cusp of so many breathtaking new technologies.
Yes.
Just breathtaking. So what they had 6 months ago, 2 months from now, there may be something completely different. So hang in there. All right. Good. That was good. Okay. So let's do, oh, thank you. Thank you, Julie Moon. $10 super sticker. Thank you. Thanks very much. Colorful insight. Let's get you. Okay. Any message in attracting a new love for 2025? You think you're muted?
Muted.
Well,
Sun card. Sun card. You
We're
can't
just
do better than
too
that.
damn polite. We're all muting ourselves. That's wonderful.
Sorry. So Sylvia, this sun card is just full of possibilities for you. And here's you being content with or without someone is the perfect energy to attract just the right someone. And finally, it shows you meeting someone either through a work situation. I don't know if that's online. Somehow you're going to be meeting someone. Yes, absolutely. I see it happening. So congratulations. And it may be, before the end of the year, I think.
Lovely. That's
great.
great.
I see you meeting someone, and the holidays, you will be spending the holidays with this person.
Ooh, how nice.
Well, I'm gonna say you may meet someone in the month of September, because I got 2 9s in my reading.
Oh,
so
wow.
You know,
Nice.
9 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. But at the core of it is you knowing who you are, being confident in what you have, but also not giving into the things that you think people are saying. Because I think it's like what Val said. It's that you're good where you are, and that makes you actually very attractive, because you don't need this.
Exactly.
So,
Nice.
and I would also say you know, interestingly enough, this could be somebody, Sylvia, who has a very set idea of what it's like to date. I mean, this could be a there's, you know, you go on several dates and then you hold hands, and this is somebody who could be very very what's the word I want to say?
Traditional.
Very
Traditional.
traditional. Yes.
Reserved,
Very
proper,
traditional. Yes. Very traditional and very proper, and allow that to happen, because that's a very good thing.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, do let us know.
Please.
Yes.
Pictures are acceptable.
Yes.
All right. So that was Sylvia from Colorful Foresight. And now we're going to have Jenny. Question. Sometimes I feel a little lost. Can you suggest changes I should make?
Mm. The card that I got that came out was the Three of Pentacles, working with other people. So if you are isolating because you feel feel uncertain about the future, get out of that isolation as much as you can. Even if you volunteer somewhere, you meet all kinds of people, and it feels good. Volunteering does feel good, and I think that could lift your mood. Join a group. Think about something that you might consider, you might want to do. If you've always thought, well, you know, I'd like to learn more about photography or gardening or whatever, look up some groups that you can join for free, something that's not going to cost you a whole lot of money. And again, you're exposed to a lot of new people. I think the answer for you is, yes, to be in the company of other people and not to isolate. When you isolate, that's what brings on those feelings of loss and loneliness and so on. So yeah, get yourself up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a little bit of burnout happening, a lot of load you're carrying. And even if it's just mentally, you're carrying burdens. It's the same thing as carrying actual physical. You got a routine and you got to get up and do it. And it may be things for other people, but whatever it is, it's burdensome for you to carry all of this. So this is important for you to realize you can let down some of these burdens, because coming up, there are going to be new inspirations. I love what Marina said about going and doing new things, because this is going to shift your energy dramatically. Being with people, trying new things, new possibilities, clarity, inspiration, those things just get rid of all that stuff that creates that feeling of being lost or not knowing where you're going. And you may not be looking for this, but here's a little something, something, which is Two of Cups. So, you know, you put yourself out there and, you know, you never know what's going to happen in a good way. So,
You know, are you done now?
Yeah.
Okay. Jenny, I've got this. There's something going on with you that you're carrying around that's putting you in kind of a funky place, just not too cool. And you need to do some healing from that. And once you do that, then things begin to change for you. You need to look at what happened that you feel a little discombobulated. So yeah, I feel like if you kind of, you know, you need to heal from something, and once you realize that's what's been keeping me back, that's what's been holding me back, because right now we're telling you to get out and meet people and do things and, you know, get more involved. Well, you don't feel like doing that. And you don't feel like doing that because you need to think about something must have happened. Something, you know, somebody brought you down, and you need to get back up from this and shake it off and be done with it. And don't let people do that to you, because that's what's holding you back, and that's what's keeping you in a little bit, that feeling, that lost feeling, that discombobulated, just like, and it's frustrating. So once you realize that that is what has happened, then when you want to go out and do some stuff, you'll be more open to it. But right now, right today, I don't feel like that's where you're at with this. So my suggestion is to look within and figure out what's been going on that made you feel uncomfortable. And once you figure it out, then you can release it, let it go, and then just move on. Which I feel that you're the kind of person that can do that. Once you're just, right now, you've just put something on the back burner. Bring that back burner back up to the front, figure out what it is, and you're going to feel so much better. And you will definitely be making some changes and getting out and doing stuff that you enjoy doing. But right now, somebody has robbed you of a little bit of joy. They've taken the wind out of your sails, and you can work this out, and you can work it out rather fast. By the way, I see something happening like next week or two, where you're just like, wow. And I haven't blown my whole summer. There's still things I can do. So you're going to be fine, but you need to look at that. And it's probably not something comfortable to look at, but you're going to do good.
Yeah. I pulled some cards, but the other readings that everybody gave was so good. I just want to second the motion that, yeah, there's some healing that needs to take place there, Jenny. Just be really gentle with yourself. And even a conversation with one person can begin to lift your mood, especially if that person makes you feel very, very comfortable. So if you do have someone in your life that just makes you feel that way, you should reach out to them. If you don't have someone like that in your life, then you should try to find some kind of if there's some kind of a spiritual group or a spiritual church, or even the UU church is pretty okay for us pagans, and it's not too offensive to sit through, but something where you feel uplifted and there's a group, because the group energy is also going to help you so much, as well as that one person, so just, you're going to do fine.
I have to share this, Jenny. When I first read this question, the first thing that came in was, you need to clean out your junk drawer and get out of the bed on the other side.
There you go.
Shift the energy.
Yeah, shift the energy. So clean out a junk drawer, or, like rearrange your bedroom so that you can get some good sleep. So
yep.
There you go.
There you go. Oh my gosh, she got something from everybody. Okay. Yes. Moving on to Kathie Goodwin. Thank you. That's a nice way to start. Thank you. Will my high school son get well for this school year?
Okay, Kathie, the first thing that I got was, as long as he continues on the medication, it should be good. Make sure that once he starts to feel better on the medication, that he doesn't think that he can stop. It's, he's feeling better because of the medication. So just keep taking it. That was the first thing. The card that I pulled was the Four of Cups. There's, yes, he's going to have to give some things up, but ultimately it's going to work out for his benefit. So I'm also getting, he might be going to a new school. So, that could be something that is going to help him go in the right direction as well. So, yeah. That's what I get.
Great. Anybody else? Are we complete on that one? Okay.
I think so.
So that's Kathie, and this is Christa K, and this is our last question, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're making it at an hour. So left a job this week for a better job. The principal I'm leaving is using staff by proxy to send me not so nice messages for leaving. Need to retrieve my belongings. Am I safe getting those things? And I got a hit on this. Yeah, you're going to be safe, but it's just going to be unpleasant.
Yeah.
Get somebody else to pick up your damn things. I mean, if we're talking about the comb you leave in your drawer and the little mirror and an extra lipstick, just leave them there because this is going to be unpleasant. Okay, everybody else, go ahead.
You're muted, Val. She
It
caught
took
it.
me a minute for my mouse to find my unmute button. 7 of Swords. So yeah, it's a little bit, it's going to be uncomfortable. But my hit on it was exactly what Colleen said. You know, get a coworker there if you have someone to pack it all up, and have some friend stop by and pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Just bypass all that. And if it's nothing important, if maybe it's things that you collected you had to pay for to decorate your room, which I understand. You don't want to leave those things, right? You paid a lot of money because nobody else paid for it for you. So get someone that worked with you well and get them to collect it, put it in a box, and have somebody else get it. Boom.
Yeah.
You know, Christa, I see you've got a lot of jealousy and envy around you. Your old boss, or maybe some of the people you worked with, they're jealous. They're just jealous. You know, they're gonna love the new job. I don't know if you're making a lot more money or if it's a job that all those other people would like to have had, but I see a lot of jealous envy and pettiness, and you know, they're pissed off, but they're not so much pissed off at you. They're just pissed off that they can't be in the same position.
And if it's already packed and it just needs to be moved, send someone with the vehicle. And I wouldn't even bother going back. I think the personality there is looking for you to come back so that they can piss on your parade.
Yeah.
You know, in person. Don't do that.
And I would go so far as to say that if you go back and you're moving the boxes out, they are going to make it seem like they fired you. They're going to do everything they can do to humiliate and demean you. So do you know anybody whose son is like on the football team or something, and you can send him to go pick it up, so that it's just so far removed from you, they're not even going to recognize who it is, or hire someone. Do you have a neighbor or something? Just don't put yourself into that drama. You don't need it. You're in a better place. Stay there.
She said she hired movers to get her stuff out fast. So
good.
Yeah, but there's still stuff there. It just has.
There's still stuff there.
Yeah, it's all. It just needs.
Yeah,
to
definitely. Yeah, I like the football guy idea.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Or if you happen to know somebody who is in, a police officer.
Oh yeah.
Who happens to, somebody in a uniform.
Yes. Yeah. For Miss Christmas things.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's giving them the finger as you walk out.
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like they're going to have a hard time replacing you, so that irritates them too. I mean, they're just cranky.
Good for you, Christa.
New job, new school, new position, more money. Yeah, they're pissed. They're jealous. What can you do?
Super jealous.
You got what you deserved.
And Christa said, I asked a former coworker, a big guy, that is tentatively going to meet me there. Well,
no, he should go by himself.
Yeah, he should go by himself. If he's
good, then he can just do this on the way out. So can you?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. No, do not go there yourself. You're just
Don't go there.
inviting drama that you don't need.
No, just make yourself a picture of margaritas with a friend and just sit and wait for them to come back. And just, if you need to vent and spend a little time just venting and bitching about those people, do that, finish it, pour the margaritas out, and be done with that crap. You don't need it.
Well, I don't think she's the one that's irritated.
She's not, but she feels kind of bad, she has to go back.
Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. It's not your problem that they can't deal with it. I mean, you didn't do anything wrong. You're just moving on. They're being petty and jealous, and they want to give you, they're not feeling good about it, so they want to make you not feel good about it.
And her question was, will I be safe going back there? So it's come to a level of unpleasantness that she's just asking that question. So that's why initially I said, no, it's not going to be unsafe, but it sure is going to be being unpleasant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you don't need that.
No.
Okay. So we got that. And we'll take that down. And I just want to, Artist Liz, thank you very much. She also sent a super sticker. Thank you all. I feel hopeful. I'm so glad that you do. That's really, really good. Well, geez, guys, it's an hour and we got through all of the questions. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we did. That's just a fact. And we had some really beautiful readings tonight. We had some really, really nice readings.
Great.
So
Yes.
I think they were helpful, and I think everybody was really good in the chat. And I'm guessing that some people couldn't find us because we weren't on your channels. So I apologize to those viewers who are watching this on replay when they wanted to watch it on Tarot Stash or Dragonfly Crystals or Cleo the Seer or Heart Centered Tarot. I'm not advertising for their channels. I'm just saying that if that's where you were looking, and again, that was Tarot Stash or Dragonfly Crystals or Heart Centered Tarot or Cleo the Seer, I'm really sorry that we weren't on their channel. But wasn't it fun for all the chatters to be all in one place?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
I couldn't stream this to my channel, but it's okay to go to my channel and subscribe.
Yes.
Oh, that's true, Cleo. It is. And it's probably okay. I think, Val, is that okay with you?
I think it is okay with me. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Gerald, what about you? Is that acceptable?
Yes, because I need 2 more subscribers to have 2,222.
Wow. Oh, I love that number. Oh, that's so great.
Perfect.
It's a lot of fun.
Perfect. That's great. That's so great. And Marina, I don't know, you're in Canada. Is it okay if people subscribe on your channel?
Well, if you want to. Yeah, okay.
So we're all agreed. We're all agreed. You could yeah. And if you want to know how to get to any of my friends' channels, all of the URLs for their channels are in the description of this video. So you shouldn't have any problem at all getting there. All right. So thank you, everybody. This was a hoot. This was really, really fun. And we're rolling with the new rules from YouTube. So I think we're doing pretty good with that. And thank you all for watching. And we'll see you. When are we going to see you? 3 weeks, something like that. Let's figure it out.
Is there a Real Psychics of YouTube tomorrow?
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
I think
tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss the Real Psychics of YouTube, everyone.
They are so real.
Oh,
I
they're
didn't even have that down.
They are so
real. Come back to Colleen's channel tomorrow.
Yes, it will be on Colleen's, the Cool Crone channel tomorrow.
It will. And Sunday will be Llamas with me and Gerald, also on my channel.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you know what they say. I guess they say this.